Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to Pokesoo Channel Guitar Ladder System. I apologize, the last video I did, a light bulb went out, so it got a little bit dark, so I just thought I'm not going to be able to repeat the exact same thing I just did, but just to give you a little bit of an idea again. The main point I was just trying to make was that when you do the Guitar Ladder System and you start resolving chords and going through my studies, you're just automatically going to start taking off on your guitar and connecting the modern chords and putting chords together in a very musical way, because your brain's going to assimilate the information even when you're not playing guitar. You start learning, and you can email me to stevezook, the number 7 at yahoo.com. That's STEVEZOOK, the number 7, not spelled out, at yahoo.com. I'll send you the chart for cycle 1. I'll also send you an overview from hightail.com of cycle 1 where I discuss it. You can see how easy it is just to click the link from Hightail where my guitar system is stored, even though I have a few things on YouTube as promo. I'll show you how easy it is. It just downloads right to your desktop. You can kind of get a feel for how easy the Guitar Ladder System is. But yeah, cycle 1 is cool. And then you learn about, like here you add the variation, a little bit of shading. Same thing here with the major 13 flat 5. See, that can go on all day. And that's the whole idea behind this is what I'm trying to get across in the last video, is that when you start working the Guitar Ladder System, after you've worked it for a while, let me move this back a little bit. After you've worked the Guitar Ladder System for a while, you're going to want to just take off. You'll be playing one of my studies, and your brain, your fingers are just going to want to go somewhere else, and you don't want to fight that, because that's what's happening. You're starting to open up your musical mind. Your musical ear is starting to get it. It's like the light switch goes on, and all of a sudden, it's kind of like getting your musical tool chest together. But there's a little, things start to pop. Like once you've been working my Guitar Ladder System for a while, and I like putting it that way, things just start to pop. All of a sudden, your brain just kind of goes, I kind of get this. I'm starting to understand how to put the modern chords together, and it's a great, great feeling. So here. It's that improvisation. It's that improvisation which really helps you grow as a musician and an artist, and really the time that you put into playing your guitar. If you would put an hour a day into the Guitar Ladder System, you'll take a quantum leap. It's not hype, it's not bullshit. It really works, because I've sold over 1,000 courses. I guarantee you invest the $199, which is really like getting thousands of dollars of high quality material for $199. It's really a huge value, and it's a result of 40 years of work. It's a result. The genesis of me really coming up with the Guitar Ladder System has been from seeing massive growth with students. I mean, to where the student was as blown away as and we were both just like, whoa, all of a sudden somebody comes in who hasn't been playing that long, and they're going up and down the neck with modern chords and figuring out their own chord melody, and it's pretty amazing, Like I said in the last video, it reminds me a little bit of like if somebody had been born into a more musical family. And I've noticed this, by the way, even with people that don't have much natural musical talent. They're kind of zero on a 1 to 10. They're a 0 or a 1. Because you do the right material, you expose your musical ear and your brain to the right stuff, and you learn the 10 systems of improvisation with me. You're going to learn how to resolve chords, and you're going to, like I said in the last video with my private students, I'll give them one chord, and I'll say, okay, improvise from there. And if they've been working the Guitar Ladder System for a while, then it's not a problem. You can think diatonically. You can think polychords. It's kind of hard to talk at the same time, right? You can think polychords. You can think common tone. You like see it. There's just no end. You know, you can think intervallically. Let me move a little closer for this. So you can, you know, you're going to learn the 10 systems of improvisation by going through the guitar ladder system in a natural way, without a bunch of paralysis through analysis, and without a bunch of boring theory. I'm not trying to put down theory, but you can make massive growth with the guitar ladder system by just experiencing and letting your fingers hear these ideas, all these cycles, okay? When you start playing all these chord studies, you're just going to be exposing yourself to this harmonic tension. And what happens when you expose yourself to the right material, your brain just kind of wakes up. It's like things begin to pop. You know, you're going to start getting it, like the light switch. The light switch just goes on. It's an incredible feeling, by the way. It really, really does work. And like I said, that last video just was kind of, you know, the lighting wasn't good, so I thought. But yeah, cycle 1's a great one. And then you want to go through it again. And then add the variations. Major 13, flat 5, start learning about shading. And see, when you find something that works, you want to exhaust it. Hear that? I'm taking that idea. That's how you make massive growth on your guitar. And like I said, once you go through some of my chord studies from the guitar ladder system, you're going to be playing and you're not going to be able to stop yourself. And don't try to stop yourself. You're going to want to just take off, and you want to just go ahead and don't fight that. Because what's happening is your brain is trying to piece things together. It's trying to put stuff together in a way you can understand it, and it does that by exploring a little bit. But yet I give you the guidelines of the guitar ladder system to where you do all these studies. It's almost like if you had a puzzle. Let's just say you had a puzzle, and the puzzle could be anything. Let's just say the puzzle was a puzzle of like somebody at a zoo or something, and it had, you know, pictures of a lion and a monkey and people walking and whatnot, right? We've all worked those puzzles with our kids or whatever, right? Or, you know, where there's like, you know, 80 different pieces of the puzzle. Well, that's kind of what the guitar ladder system is like. It's like you're getting pieces of the puzzle, and you're putting those pieces of the puzzle together in a way where your brain's starting to see how the system works. And this happens on a subconscious level, by the way. You don't need to overthink that. Don't worry about it. It happens because you're doing so many studies, and your brain's beginning to say, oh, okay, this goes here, and this chord can go to here, and this group of chords sounds like this. So when you start presenting all that information to your conscious and subconscious mind, it assimilates that, and then it starts coming up with some leaps from there. It's really an amazing process. So you can email me for cycle 1. And like I said, if you just love playing guitar and you'd really like to, let's see, now here I'm going to start taking off. There's no. See, I went somewhere different that time. This can go on all day. But that's the whole idea behind the guitar ladder system, is it wakes up your musical ear, okay? So if you love guitar and you just love to play, and I am excited about it, I would say don't overthink it. Invest in $199. You can order it at stevesguitars.com and let's get you started. Let's join. join the Guitar Ladder family. Let's get you on the road to some growth, and you get a 6-year membership. You're going to get over 200 studies, and some of them come from my book, Modern Chord Cycles for the Guitar, that was reviewed by Guitar Player Magazine many years ago, distributed by Carl Fisher. You can read my CD review at vintageguitar.com by Mr. Stephen Stone. You can hear some samples of my original compositions. I think there's some of them at theguitarladder.com. And like I said, my websites are not the most complex in the world. I put my money into the system. I don't have a ton of high-tech graphics. And just because somebody has a $30,000 website does not mean they have the best guitar material in the world. It really doesn't. So you have to be, a smart consumer. But yeah, this is the real deal, folks. This really works. Learn about contrae motion. You're going to learn about polychords. You're going to learn about intervallic improvisation. You're going to learn, like I said, contrae motion, symmetry, intervallic, chordal harmony, chords built out of perfect force. And there's just, but the great thing about this system is you're not going to get bogged down in a bunch of theory that's going to drive you nuts. You're going to learn about diatonic harmony. This information is going to be presented to you in a very relaxed way, in a very comfortable way. So when you're ordering the system, you can relax and know that you're in for a great experience and some true growth. And you really can take a quantum leap. I know that sounds a bit hypish, but I've seen it so many times. That's why I said in the last video that was the genesis of my Guitar Ladder system, was seeing this massive growth with students. It was amazing. It really was. So you work on the right stuff and you can really have some huge growth. So anyway, if you want Cycle 1, email me, Steve Zook, the number 7 at yahoo.com, and I'll also send you the overview. That's a diminished leg. Okay, well, I better let this go so it uploads. So, and I do carry the lower arch tops. There's 750s for sale. I get great lower arch tops. They're fine. It's very, very rare with me that I get one that has a cosmetic issue, but if I do, I just send it back and get one that's perfect. It's no big deal. I get my stuff directly from the Music Link. I'm tight with the sales manager, Brian. The owner likes my playing. I used to have two of my videos on their site, thelore.com, for almost 2 years, for the 350 actually. So I have a great relationship with the Music Link. I've helped them brand and promote with all of my videos, so we kind of scratch each other's back. So if you want a great lore, hit me up, 714-548-0385. Take care. Bye-bye. And you can order the Guitar Ladder system at stevezookguitars.com on the homepage. Take care.